Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to Roblox Racer. Here's why Tofu's wife cheated on him. It all starts with a suspicious call. After he roams around the house for a bit, probably in search of his wife, he finds her in another room, and when he starts talking to her, she cuts him in the middle of the conversation. Well, more like a one-sided conversation. It goes something like this. He says to Luna, "I just finished everything," and she doesn't reply. "I can't wait for us," but the end of the sentence would never be known to us because she got a phone call in the mid-sentence. Let's take a moment to talk about her phone. It's unusually large, but whatever works for her, I guess. Let's get back to the topic. After she got a phone call on her unusually large cell phone, to make matters suspicious, she moves across the room to the opposite side without even saying a word to her husband.
Our goal is to become the best ninja. Drop a like jutsu! It's a forbidden jutsu that they don't let YouTubers use, but I found it illegally. Now you—
She has to go somewhere. After the call ended, she comes outside where Tofu had gone a little while back, and then she talks to him, but doesn't mention who the call was from. That's not unusual because she doesn't have to disclose every detail, but what happened afterward can be very well considered weird. She abruptly starts this conversation with, "Hey Joe, I have to go." I assume that Tofu would have been surprised at this sudden declaration, but he says, "Oh okay, that's fine, and then I'll be working out here." No response from his wife, but that's okay. So he then continued to ask her where he was going, and she said that had not mentioned a small detail, and he was now becoming more and more curious about who the person who called her was, and why did she suddenly feel like a need to go somewhere. She says she's going out to do some shopping. I don't know if he was surprised or relieved, but he replied, "Oh, okay." Then she was supposedly going to shop. He decided that he would continue with work.
Well, yeah, his name's Squeeb. Hey, Squeeb. Squeeb is looking pretty good. He's got like a medallion on. Looks like—
What is she doing at the Tofu headquarters? So he's doing some work and goes to Tony to buy some domains, and after much negotiation, he buys 4 of them. And very important matters to deal with, so he reaches the Tofu headquarters. He sat with his brother James and the builder Croxon to discuss what he can do to further improve the world. Little does he know that in every scene building, her wife is taking care of her own matters. After much discussion about the changes they want to enforce, I don't seem fit to add the details here. But when Croxon and his brother exited the building, something happened and he was shocked. He was standing at the exit of the building when her wife came across from inside the building. He would have never expected to see her there, of course, and she herself did not expect to meet her husband there. Tofu expresses his surprise by saying, "Why are you here?" And she then says she was going shopping, but what's she doing here? Like, what could be her business over here? He must have wondered. But she said something had actually come here to meet with the developer, as his staff happened to also live in the same building. And meeting with the developer must have made sense to him, as he said with relief, "Oh, okay." He assumed that she wanted to go home now, so he said, "Let's go home," and she replied that she still has to do shopping. Disappointed, he said, "Oh, okay," yet again, and then started going home alone, and at that moment, he was assuring himself that her wife has been busy very lately, but he assumed everything was okay. After waiting for her for a while, he eventually fell asleep.
What I love about Big Noob is that even though he's a big guy, you know, he wants to lose weight. He's trying to be really proactive, and this guy's being a jerk.
She is not in her bed in the morning. So he slept waiting for her probably, but when he wakes up in the morning, he finds out that his wife is neither in bed nor in any other room in the house. A little worried and a little surprised, he recalls if Luna had done something like this before. And no, she had never done anything like this before. She always came home at night, and just thinking about how she did not spend the night at his home, he got a little worried and suspicious. But at the moment, he assumed just something wrong must have happened. A crime must have been committed. That was the only explanation he thought. So he would search for her, but then asking her friends first, and the first person that came to mind was the developer. He thought that Luna met the developer yesterday, so maybe he has an idea about where she is. So now, he's made his way to the headquarters because both the builder and the developer lived in the building. He had a space for himself as well, but it was not where he lived, but where his headquarters actually existed. Anyways, he enters the building and then proceeds to the developer's home. But anyways guys, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you